to the most incredible turn of events. We are top of the league. We are into the Italian Cup semi-final. I can't even begin to tell you how incredible the games have been since the last episode. Let's get into it. So guys, as I stated before, we are top of the league, a point ahead of Napoli with a game in hand. We've scored 76 goals, conceded 16. Our schedule, oh my absolute word. So in the last episode, we just played the Italian Cup third round. We then beat Spal 7-0, Bologna 3-0, Udinese 3-1, Barazia 1-0, and we scored a last-minute winner in that as well. 6-0 against Salentina, a last-minute winner to knock Napoli out of the Italian Cup. We won 4-1. We beat a 10-man Juve 5-2. In this episode, we're going to play Liverpool. We're going to play the Italian Cup semi-final first leg, which I didn't even realise there were 2 legs in the Italian Cup. And we're going to play Liverpool again. If we don't beat Liverpool and we get knocked out of the Champions League, then you will see Inter Milan, Napoli, and then whoever we face in the Italian Cup final should we make it. So there's potential that there's only one more episode after this. If not, we'll see how the Champions League draw goes. I cannot believe how this team is playing right now. I changed a bit to a box-to-box. The creativity has been incredible. Malinowski has played out of his skin. Pellegrini, Gakpo, Frasetti, everybody has blown me away. I'm so excited to show you guys the squad ready for this game. So we're at home. I think based on my experience against Leipzig last year, based on the fact that Liverpool are top of the Premier League, if we go out to them, it's not the end of the world. But for me personally, I think we need a 3-0 win at home to stand a chance at Anfield. This is the problem. We finished second in our group. It's not so much the quality of the team we're playing, but the fact we're playing at home first is a bit of a downer. Come on, boys. Malinowski with the corner. First real chance of the game for either team. Alisson comes to collect it, as you would expect from a keeper of his quality. Honestly, man, I can't believe the run of form we've been on right now. I just hope that we can use some of that momentum to gain an advantage in the Champions League first leg. Come on, lad. Rossetti, too much time, man. Too much time. You can't give Salah that much time to press you. And it's a good save. I think actually it went wide. I wasn't actually going to record this episode today. I'm recording it on the same episode after the semi-final. I've just played the games in between. I wasn't going to record this episode until a few days' time, but I've decided I'm going to record this episode now and then edit it all on the day that I was going to record the extra episode. Malinowski, we're being caught out now. Too many men forward. It's not looking good. Henderson slips in Isaac, and it's 1-0. The Champions League was always going to be difficult, and it was always going to be difficult against a club like Liverpool, who are top of the league, who are high flying. We've got a good squad, but maybe it's just not quite enough to win the Champions League. You know, we play an attacking style ourselves, but oh, Grimaldo! Fucking oh, don't let him in goal side. I'm so fucking disappointed, man. I'm so fucking disappointed because it was always going to be difficult to win the Champions League at Roma, right? It was always going to be difficult, and it never was the aim to win it at Roma. It was a dream, it was a hope, but it never was the aim. But then I would argue last year when I did a Glory Hunter playing myself, I was at Atletico Madrid and I won the Champions League in the first season. I would argue I had probably an inferior squad to the one that I have now. But, you know, good ball by Malinowski. Osmian, and the touch is just taken away from him, man. I think maybe by Trent. This is the problem. We don't quite have that elite level. Like, Lacroix's good, Baku's good, Grimaldo's good, but I wouldn't say they're elite. The only player I'd say in our back line who is elite is Bastoni. You've got Frassetti, who's young and promising, but he's not elite. Malinowski, who's a really, really great player for this level. As Isaac scores again, it's the tie's over, man. Malinowski's not elite. Sabitzer, I wouldn't say is elite. Pellegrini, maybe not. Gakpo could be, and Osmian could be. But it's not like we've got a team of world beaters. And I'm not saying the Liverpool team has that, but you know, Trent walks into our team. Robertson walks into our team. Thiago probably gets into our team. Salah walks into our team. So it's just one of those things, man. I don't even think we played bad. Liverpool, it's the same situation we had against City. Oh my God, okay, now we are getting absolutely trampled on. I don't even want to show the second leg. The only other difficult team is Inter Milan, but we're playing them over 2 legs anyway, which I fancy us to do a job as long as we don't get anyone sent off. Martinez, that is appalling. That is absolutely fucking appalling. This is embarrassing, man. The problem is we're trying to play attacking football against Liverpool. It's never, ever, ever going to work. Oh, fuck's sake, man. Full time, Liverpool 5, Roma 0. It's just shocking. It's just a genuinely piss poor performance, to be honest. Piss poor performance. And I would say that that's us out of the second leg, if I'm honest. Next up is the Italian Cup semi-final. I'll see you guys there. So then, we beat 10-man AC Milan 3-0 away from home, which I'm really, really happy about. They had a guy sent off in 9th or 10th minute, I believe. And it pretty clean sailing from there, to be fair. We could have scored 5 or 6. I'm so gutted, honestly. I can't tell you. I've had time to reflect on it. I'm so gutted about the Liverpool result. I don't regret going out there and playing attractive football, playing attacking football, playing high pressing football. But I think you're always going to struggle against a club like Liverpool playing like that if you've not got your Salahs and you that kind of caliber players, your Van Dijks or whatever. So while we built a good squad at Roma, I think the next club we go to, we have to be in a position where we can try and be competing week in, week out for the Champions League. Either that or I drop down to the Europa League kind of structure and go for a club in the Europa League, which to try and tick that off, basically. But I'm feeling like I would rather do that in England and take a Europa League club in England when the time comes and build up and make them title challengers over a couple of year period, which means I basically need to wrap up the other leagues as quickly as possible. I do think I want to leave England till last. That is how I feel. But it depends on the job offers that are available. Leverkusen came up, and under the advice of my good friend Matt, who's played Football Manager for as long as I can remember, he's a bit of a Football Manager nut, he said to hold out and wait and see, because if I left and then I didn't win the Italian Cup, then I'm stuck and I've got to come back, and I might not come back to a Roma squad, or it's not going to be the squad that I built to play the way I want to play, and it's going to be a bit of a mess. If I stick with it and I win the Italian Cup, if I want to resign at the end of the season, I can. If I want to walk halfway through a season, I can, but I can kind of stick with it, basically. So I took his advice. Actually, he's just messaging me now. I took his advice and I opted to reject the interview for Bayer Leverkusen. They would have been a similar kind of caliber club to Roma. It would have been a structural build. I looked at their squad, and their squad is nowhere near what it needs to be to win the Bundesliga, so it would have been a nice challenge. With Roma, we've had a pretty high turnaround in terms of getting the squad challenging. Obviously, we won the league in the first year. And had it been for a better goalkeeper, we probably would have won the Italian Cup in the first year as well. So it's been a fun experience managing Roma. It's a club that I love. A club that's dear to my heart. I've been outside the Stadio Olimpico. I love Roma and what they are as a club. But obviously, I also want to be competitive, and the best way for me to do that is ultimately get around the league. So we'll see what jobs become available, but for now, we need to focus on getting The win in the Italian Cup first leg. They haven't given a penalty. Oh, fuck's sake. Obviously, you've seen Liverpool, you've seen this, and then you'll see Liverpool again. We'll know we're at the knockout stage. At that point, then the final episode will probably potentially be the Italian Cup semi-final, league game, and then the Italian Cup final, should we make it. But depends on what happens here, if I'm honest. Oh, I thought he saved it. Oh, for fuck's sake. I thought he saved it, man. We've been absolutely tragic in this game. Been absolutely awful. If it stays to 1-0, I can see us beat. We've won at the San Siro away from home quite a few times over the last season or two. So, you know, I could see us winning, but this is just not what you want, really. I'm going to take Ronaldo off before he gets sent off. Oh, we've given the ball away again. Man, tackle. We can't throw away the Italian Cup again, man. We've come so close. We've worked so hard to get ourselves into this position. And to have gone from where we were in the league, where we were 3 points behind Napoli and then a point behind Napoli, chasing, to be as far ahead as we are in the league now, to be crashing out the Champions League and to not win the Italian Cup again would be a disaster. If we can finish this game with a draw, I'm confident we'll win away in Milan. Great ball from Zaniolo. Osmian with a great touch. He has to finish. Oh, you fucking idiot! How has he missed? Absolute fucking clown. Do you know what? No, get in the bin. Get in the bin. You're coming off. Mayuku hasn't played half as much as I would have anticipated this season because I haven't really needed to play him. And I've been trying to get a consistent lineup in, and I don't feel like chopping and changing every game is going to have a benefit. But I'm just... you can't be missing those kind of chances, man. It's a must-win game. Your team relies on you. In hindsight, I wish I hadn't sold Tammy Abraham. Could have bought one or two players less, one or two players I've not even used, or I could have sold Berardi and made up the difference of that extra money, and it wouldn't have been a problem. And I just feel that even chances like that, man, you've got to be scoring it. You've got to be scoring it. You really have. And I just feel like I made a mistake selling Tammy Abraham, to be honest with you. Hindsight's a wonderful thing, but, you know, great. What a highlight. What a highlight. The major challenges we've come up against in both European competitions, Europa League last year in Dortmund and Leipzig, to be fair, although Dortmund we won on pens, and then the Champions League this year with Liverpool and City, the progressive style of football just hasn't worked at all. Just been absolutely sliced apart on the break. This is not acceptable. This is not... Oh, for fuck's sake, man! Now we've got to win at least 3-0 away from home. This is an absolute fucking joke. 2 shots on target from 10 is pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Now 2 from 12. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm probably not even going to show the Liverpool game, to be honest. I'll probably just show the second leg of this because this is just an absolute farce. Come on! Thank you! Right, we need 2 unanswered goals at the San Siro to win. We've done it. We just did it against Milan. We can do it. I know we can do it. So we're not out of the woods just yet. Oh my God, if we get an equaliser, please, 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 DeMarco, the ball of your life, the cross of your life, please. DeMarco, ball in. Believe it. I can't fucking believe it. I cannot believe this. The former Inter Milan player, he doesn't celebrate. The former Inter Milan player. Oh my God. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. What the fuck? So, originally I said to you guys I was going to show you the second leg against Liverpool. However, I played that game, commentated that game, and then actually realised that it was kind of irrelevant to show you guys because we didn't go through. we weren't even close to going through. And so I thought I would show you the second leg against Inter Milan instead. So after the game against Inter, we beat Lazio 2-1, Inter 2-0, drew 0-0 with Genoa. We struggled with that way. And then we beat Liverpool 2-1 away. We were the better team on the night. We probably could have scored maybe one more, but we were never close to scoring the amount we needed. Beat Sassuolo 1-0, Spezia 5-0, Fiorentina 3-1, scored 2 late goals in that game. Yeah, there you go, the 85th and the 91st minute. Drew 1-1 with Empoli. It was a late equaliser and we just couldn't finish our chances. Beat Sampdoria 1-0. And missed a pen in that game as well. And now we're going to play the second leg against Inter Milan. Now, we're top of the league. We're 9 points clear of Inter Milan. And Napoli have just fallen off a cliff completely. There's no shame going out to Liverpool. I mean, if we look at they were top of the league. In fact, actually, they're only 2 points behind. So Liverpool win their game and they could go top of the league. They got Bayern in the semi-final, City in the final. You know, got knocked out by City in the Carabao Cup. So, you know, to have that kind of run in England, you can't really argue with that. Ourselves, 94 goals scored, which is only 6 off of last year with 5 games to go, and 19 conceded, which is so much better than last year. I genuinely could not be happier with the changes we've made. I do wish I'd kept Tammy Abraham, but it is what it is. We're going to get into that game in a second. If we can beat Inter Milan, then the next episode you'll see will be the game against Napoli that will guarantee us to win the league, I believe. And you will then see, obviously, the Italian Cup final. It's been an absolutely incredible season. Honestly, I can't begin to tell you guys just how amazing this season has been. And if we look at jobs quickly as well, there's nothing available at the moment. And like I said to you before, last time I mentioned it, we're keeping an eye on the Man United job. It's not really a club I want to manage. So it's going to be about opportunities more than anything else. I mean, the lineup's the same. It's what we've worked well with all season. Martinez, Grimaldo, Bastoni, Lacroix, Baku, Frasetti, Gakpo, Pellegrini, Sabitzer, Malinowski, Osmian. Let's get into it. For a place in the Italian Cup final. Come on, Roma. You know the lineup for us then. We've just got to get the job done. We've just got to get the job done. There's no excuses. We've just got to get it done. And I can't lie, Inter Milan starting with a highlight is not how I would have wanted to start it. Former Roma player Mkhitaryan in that piece of play. Milinkovic, Savic? Wrong player. Meant Malinowski, but never mind, we gave the ball away anyway. It's just about being calm and composed on the ball, I think. Fiorentina did draw the first leg 1-1 away, so there's a very high chance they could also be going through. Cody Gakpo, come on, Roma. We've got to have this masterclass at the San Siro, man, because I know Inter have got some injuries. We've just got to make the most and capitalise on this opportunity, because if we don't, we'll be stuck in Italy for a whole other year. Just to wait to the end of the season and end up losing the cup final anyway. So hopefully we can get the job done here. Malinowski now with the ball into Pellegrini. First time pass. Osmian and Radu is just nowhere near it at all. I said this when they let Handanovic go and only had Onana as their starter with Radu as their backup. I said it wasn't good enough for Inter Milan. I found out actually, I was looking at their squad and making a few tactical tweaks, and their manager is actually Diego Simeone, which is interesting. 45 goals this season for Osmian. I think that's in all competitions as well. Because he signed Hermoso on loan with the option to buy. So, all good fun. Sabitzer, come on. 3-0 and it's game over. 3-0 and it's game over. Osmian, you've got options. Baku, down to Malinowski. Where can he put the ball? The edge of the box. Frasetti, take a touch, hit it. Denis Suarez, is that like the old guy who used to play for Arsenal? Play for Celta Vigo and then for Arsenal. Good save, Emi Martinez. Come on. The pressure's on us, but hopefully we can Hopefully we can get the job done. Like Bob the Builder, he gets the job done. And now we've built the team. Can we get the job done? Tensi into the box. So Bitzer heads it clear. Bastoni, the former Inter Milan centre-back, pressures. Tensi with another 3 kick. Inter Milan are starting to ease their way back into the game. I can't lie. And Dumfries heads it over. Not looking good at all. Well, it's not looking bad, I'm going to say, but it's still not quite where we need it to be. Come on, man. I gave up showing you guys the second leg of the game against Inter Milan to show you this one. So Bitzer's injured. I'm going to take him off straight away for Castrovilli. Whether that might be a mistake or not, or whether I should take it moved Pellegrini over and bought an Odegaard, I don't know. I guess I just want a balanced midfield. And I feel like Pellegrini and Odegaard will be slightly too aggressive, attacking-wise. Inter Milan knocking the ball around here. Taking their time with it. Being patient with it. Looking to exploit us. I expect Osman to be pressing a little bit better there, if I'm honest. I get it's been a long season, mate, but it's not over yet. We have a chance to do the double, and you're a pivotal part about that. Malinowski into Osman. You know what? Don't worry about pressing, mate. It's absolutely fine. If you want to score that, that's absolutely fine. I don't have the same connection with him, I can't lie, as I built up with Tammy Abraham, but he's still been a fantastic asset. And to weaken Napoli as well, you know, you just can't argue with that. 3 goals for the good after half an hour played. And you have to say now, to be honest with you, that's 1 foot into the final. Although Inter Milan have gone through, I don't know who that is or how to pronounce it. And he's only played 3 games. He's only scored 3 goals this season. But he's just scored a belter against us. It's 3-1. Come on, lads. Get your shit together. Another highlight. Emi Martinez now. Can we build from the back? No, because Martinez has just decided to hoof it. Never mind, because Gakpo's sprinting through on goal. It's a good tackle, but Gakpo's picked the ball up again. Options in the box. Cuts it back. Victor Osimhen for his hat-trick. Off the post. Great save by the keeper and then off the post. Oh, dear. Half time, 3-1 up. We've got the game in our control. They've eased their way back in at certain parts of the game, but I would like to think we've got enough. Just have to keep on it, and we should be okay. Wherever we end up next, we need to make sure we have a clinical striker, because Osman could have scored so many more goals with the chances he's had. Lacroix, what a header. Oh, my word. Malinowski with the assist. Lacroix with the goal, and now you have to say that that is the game well and truly over. And anything can happen in the cup final. We beat Lazio in a cup final this year, so let's hope we can beat Lazio or Fiorentina, whoever waits for us in the final. Good tackle. Won it back. Baku. Rossetti now. He's got time on the ball. Pellegrini. He hasn't got time. The Inter Milan player swarm a little bit. He drives forward with the ball, as a Mazzala should. Castrovilli all the way through. And that is the game set and done. Come on, lads. I'm over the moon. 7-3. Battered them at the San Siro. And there it was, me stressing until Bastoni scored the equaliser in the first leg. There it is. Took their time, but there's the full-time whistle. Roma 5, Inter Milan 1. It's 7-3 on aggregate. We're into the Italian Cup final, and we are 90 minutes away from completing Italy. And it's Fiorentina who go through, and I fancy us now to go on and win it. I'm over the moon. I'm absolutely over the moon. I mean, if we look at where they are, they're 7th. Look at us. We've drawn a lot less, and we've lost a lot less than our games last year, winning 28 games that we've played so far. We have scored 94 goals, conceded 19. We won the Italian Super Cup. We're into the Italian Cup final. And if we beat Napoli and Inter Milan drop points, that should well wrap up our season. In the next episode, you are going to see Napoli. You're going to see the Italian Cup final, and potentially Atalanta, and then we'll talk about what our plans are for next season. There are no jobs available last time I checked. There's nothing available at the moment, so we'll assess what the plans are for next season. But if we do win that final, the plan will be to leave Roma Whether we most likely at the end of the season, but we shall see. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been completely wish-wash. I was going to show the second leg against Liverpool, then I wasn't. I understand it's been a bit chaotic, but I thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and in the next episode we'll wrap up season 2. Come on, Roma.